Hello, this is Frontline here. Welcome back to another episode of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. In the last episode, we actually crashed the game, if you remember. And now we are back at a save point, which I'm glad we made the save point before the game crashed instead of afterward. So now we should be able to just kind of go around here. I forget what kinds of puzzles we might have done beforehand, but yeah. So one thing I'm going to mention right here is that I've actually adjusted the audio settings a little bit so that actually the sound effects are at the lowest they can be, and you can still hear the sounds. It's not like I've turned them off. It's just that now the voices should be a lot more prominent, and they shouldn't get out of the way when distracted by music and battle sounds. So now I'm going to just go through here. Boom. We gotta work our way through this fast because apparently there's a time limit that if we don't make it, we actually have to restart. Now this is the part where the game crashed. Hopefully the prince doesn't randomly go weird when backing on time. And really?
Right.
So is this the door? Well, it has to be the door. Like, there can't be a way that somehow there's even another ledge I'm going to have to worry about. So let's swing across here. Is it, like, really just a matter of, like, really hurrying this? It could be. I guess I'm just going to have to try. Oh! Well, at least I didn't lose health, but for some reason I wanted to fall. Lost health that time, though. Gotta actually press the A button when I'm jumping across. So wait for it to do its thing. Oh! Oh, that's the puzzle. Like, the pressure plate, like, almost backs off immediately. You see, I wasn't even thinking about that. So moving it out of the way of the crack, what I'm actually supposed to do is I'm supposed to move this little plant pot over, and now the door will stay open. Okay, so it seems like the trap kind of did its thing. Okay, well that was a bad idea. For some reason I decided to jump across the gap instead of just falling down. So there we go. Now we're down. Probably should have also drinking some water, because I think there's like sand creatures literally right on the other edge of that door. But you know what? I like a challenge, so having less than half health might be an interesting experience for us to go through. The game's lagging a lot now. I was worried that one of my perfectly timed jumps wasn't going to work out. Ooh, I remember this section actually. This is the part where we're actually able to upgrade our sword. Because we climb up to the top, and then there's like an amazing sword that will allow us to be able to actually break through areas that we wouldn't have been able to before. And it does more damage to our enemies as well. And there it is right there, a sword. So time for combat, but not before we drink, because apparently there's water here. Would you mind if I drink some? Okay, well, that hurt me a lot. We're just going to go to the side here. Let's see how much we can drink before they interrupt. I'm going to run. Unfortunately, this game also seems to lag a lot when there's a bunch of enemies in a room. I literally just replenished that health. Come on, man. Okay, let's pull out these. Block. There we go. Gonna take out the tall woman as well as this guy. It's really slow. I actually really don't remember it being this slow. But I guess it is. Just do my special moves really quickly. Glitch on the wall right there. And there we go. Let's do like some interesting tricks if we can. Let's go onto the side. I can't see. Boom. So wall jump right there. I could technically also enable slow motion, but from the gameplay that you're seeing right now, this does seem like slow motion. Because that was something I discovered in one of the puzzles, like accidentally, or well, it wasn't that I discovered it, was just I remembered it. Because if you just tap on like rewinding time instead of actually holding down that trigger, then you can go into a brief period of time where you're actually where time slows down. So all the enemies, I think there might be some more coming. And there they are. Think we should use our special? Nah, not in this fight, unless I saw a sand cloud. I thought I saw a sand cloud, but maybe I'm wrong. If we see a sand cloud, then it's totally useful to use our sands. But I almost don't want to. You know what? I'm going to spoil myself. Boom. Get those guys, get her. I gotta look around the room. Right there. Come on. I gotta go her. It's not letting me. I think because they're not on the same level as me. There we go. They have to like teleport up to me for that to work. There we go. So that took out a bunch of them, but there's also a bunch of them left. So let's gather up our sands and hopefully I saw out the map for a second there. That was cool. A little really weird glitch. I don't even know what caused that, but for some reason we were just able to see, I think, onto the roof. I wasn't meant to trigger that quite yet, but apparently we know that that trapdoor leads to that door over there. That should be the last enemy. No, I was thinking that was a random black screen coming outside there, but it was just curtain. So, anyway, now we got another save point.
There's something glowing up there. I saw it from the ledge.
What, you're talking about the amazing sword we're going to be getting later? I mean, I guess technically the prince can't really see the sword. It's only like the camera that I'm able to see that. Okay. So I kind of forgot to actually replay the vision at the beginning of this episode, but, well, we did all that we needed to until the save point, so that's pretty much how that's going to go.
Done. I'll stop
now
the story
we'll save
from here
the game. We also were able to have hints on how to do the puzzles, like moving around the one statue right there to go on to these amazing pressure plates. I'm wondering if all you need to do is just activate both of them at the same time, or because there's no way to get that statue over to here. I don't know what this pressure plate does. I'm not sure how long it lasts. Ah, so it's a timer. Okay, so I need to do that one. Farah stands on that pressure plate. Oh, there is a sand cloud. Oh, that was totally worth it using my special then. So let's actually get this, because I feel like it. I deserve it. And then boom, this way. Counterclockwise. Or clockwise. This is clockwise. This is totally clockwise. Okay, so what that means is that we've drained the water, but I forget why that's important. I know
it's going down.
Because the thing with draining the water is that means that like if you're like on water and you try to run up a wall, you can't, but now it seems as though we're able to run up the walls. So I think that's what allows me to do these puzzles here. I keep forgetting that I have to actually hold down the trigger to move these blocks instead of just pushing them on my own. So, well, first of all, that door needs to open, and then we'll do that. I think we can climb up here. Is it more useful to activate that a little bit now instead of later. I'm not sure. Or, oh, it could be that,
I
like,
wonder what those levers do.
yeah, the levers on the side here. How do I get there? If I go, I don't think there's a ledge close enough for me to actually grab onto. So, that's an interesting little puzzle.
That door doesn't look so strong. Do you think you could smash it with your sword?
Who do you think I am? Rustam?
Yeah, it definitely seems like a tough door, but maybe if I had a sharper sword. So... The prince also made an illusion that I actually didn't. I don't know who Rustan is. Maybe he's like a some sort of legend, like strong Hercules or something, like equivalent to Hercules at least, I think. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe if I activate this lever first. Well, that didn't work.
Are you all right?
Yes.
How do I get over there? So, okay, let's look at this. I don't understand. Okay, so
What?
I see a door here though, which we might be able to break through. This one. It also seems like a secret. Oh wait, no.
Try as I might, I could not break that crumbling stone wall. Perhaps a warrior with the strength of Rustam might have smashed through it, but I had not strength enough in my arm, nor in my sword. It was as if a magic charm protected it.
It's interesting. So I can't go through that door yet, and apparently there's 2 doors that I need to break with the new sword. And yet I have no idea how to do either of them. So, okay, let's just look at this puzzle again, because I'm pretty sure this side over here I'm able to do. This side over here seems like it's a little bit easier than the other, but I'm still... Oh, I see. Okay, I see right now. We're able to do it. I just was blind. So let's go over here. Instead of trying to go forward, let's go onto these. Okay, we need to swing first. These poles right here, I'm able to go on. The other ones are too thick, but these ones are actually specially designed for a prince to crawl on them for some reason. The palace is very much designed in a way that you can just climb about it if you're strong enough. So, now we can pull the lever. That opens up halfway, I think. Yeah, and then the other lever will make it so that we can pull it the full duration. I also fell a little bit earlier, so I'm just going to drink some water. Can I? I accidentally used some of my sand, but there we go. Honestly, we have enough sand that I never really worry too much when I accidentally go back in time. So, and believe me, I was actually trying right trigger. I was trying to like drink the water that way, but the game was all like, oh no, you can't do that. So I tried to rewind time, and that worked. But yeah, okay. We need to go to the hanging pole. Okay, apparently I need to line myself up. Let's go into first person. So I need to move this way. I should be on it now. Let's slide down a tiny bit. That didn't. I should have been taller. Okay, try this again. I think I should be lined up. I'm just going to gamble on it. Yep, let's go down a little bit. Boom. And now we can go to this area. Have to slide along the pole, and that should be the puzzle solved. The parkour puzzle. Whoosh, whoosh, bam. This also means I need to go back into the last area I was in to be able to use that box, because magic water sound, because this box for some reason goes into the baths. Right there. It dropped into the water, made a little sound effect.
Stay there!
Don't worry about me.
And there we go. Unfortunately, you lose a little bit of damage every time we drop down, and it seems like I'm not able to roll onto the ground. Because if you didn't notice me doing that earlier, it's like if you start rolling after a drop, sometimes it actually reduces your fall damage. And that's the reason I like to do that often. It just makes it simpler for me to just go right on up. Or right on down, I mean, whenever I'm falling. So right there, it's like that's where the box fell, and now it's here. Was there a pressure plate or something I needed to get to? Well, I guess I'm drinking now. So, Prince, I didn't need you to crawl up onto the box. But while you're there, maybe you can get me like a drink or something, you know, go for coffee. I don't think there's an actual coffee shop on the top of the box, but you know what? Let's just pull this thing instead of climbing on top of it. And drop it down the waterfall. It fits. Boom, right there, that's where it fits. I want to fall down the waterfall, Prince. And yep, it's a ladder. I think that was actually in the vision. I remember me climbing up a ladder in that vision. So, a little bit of a long-winded puzzle, but now we're here. And boom. It's like we never even used that sand tank from earlier. Okay. So, I think we're just supposed to drop onto a ledge, like right here. Okay, that's what we do. And then we go through here. Yeah. It's a little roundabout way of doing things, but it does work. Can we make it? Can we make it to like that ledge? Yes, we can. And of course they crumble just as I come right by. Which means, yep, that part crumbles too. Let's see if another part crumbles. No? No part crumbling? Alright, I guess I can deal with that. It's basically just a lot of jumpy jumps and climby climbs that I have to figure out here. I'm glad we got past the whole entire thing with the poles, because that was something I wasn't even thinking about, that we could just jump onto those to help aid us in our sense of direction. And boom. I think we're heading our way to the sword and we should almost be there. I don't think there's any point in actually destroying these barrels, but you know what? I'm going to do them anyway. Because it's not like there's a coin system in this game. Not like I'm collecting rubies to spend in a store. Everyone's infected by sand. There's no stores. Alright. Boom. Haha. Whoosh. Ow. That didn't work. That didn't work either. That didn't work. Okay, I gotta stop trying to outsmart the system and do that instead, which is a lot better of a way to do it. Actually be safe instead of sorry. Alright. So let's fight these guys. It seems as though the door is closed behind me, so I'm going to use it as a wall to climb over and get this gal. All the various sand creatures. It seems like a save point is just arisen right there. The more sand I collect, the closer I get to being able to save, and probably end this episode as well. Actually, we have to be so close to the sword at this point, I don't want to end the episode. We're actually going to get the sword, and then we'll be done. I want to have that sword in hand. This should be the last enemy, maybe? Bam. Nope, that's the last enemy. Let's actually do a counter strike. I haven't done a lot of those in a long time. Oh, that was bad. That was actually a really bad counter strike. Oh, so there's apparently a lot of them. Okay. Let's wait. We'll just do that. How about let's do a counter strike against the woman instead of these guys, because the chain guys can actually like attack underneath your feet, which make it so that your block doesn't actually do anything against them. They're able to just like go at your feet instead of your sword. Boom, there we go. First try. First try when actually able to block it. So here we go. We got a little sand vision that we'll be able to go into. Moving bookshelves. Sword. That'll be able to break through everything. I actually don't know how close the sword is, but I'm keeping on playing. This might be a longer episode than usual just because of that.
Next time.
If this video is 30 minutes long, you know why now. Because I want to get that sword. Once I saw the sword, you know what? I want that prize. I'm not going to wait. And you don't have to wait either. So here's the bookshelf, which I think in the vision I moved over here so I could crawl on it. I think that was how I used it. So
I think I see that glow you were talking about.
yeah, and then I'm able to climb on this, go here. That's how I do it. I think I need to be a little bit like this way. I think that's lined up. There. It almost looked like that was going to fall, but yeah. Now we're good. I feel like this is the most direct way, but I'm almost not sure if because that middle pole, yeah, I think because that pole is demolished, I'll have to go this, not that way. That was a mess up. Because that pole is demolished, it's either I could have gone if I was a little bit taller on the pole. I probably could have gone if I was taller on the pole. It probably would have been actually a quicker way of going about things. But yeah, now we drop precariously. Grab some sand. There are a lot of those sand tanks around. Boom, okay, here's the sword. Oh, maybe that door down there was actually less of a bonus area and more of like in the top right hand corner of the screen you can see the door there. Maybe it's just an exit from this parkour challenge. Boom. Now we're talking. But what I really want to know is where did the other sword go? Because that's the thing. The other sword, it's, for some reason it just disappeared. So yeah, here's the exit. And I would continue on, but you know what? We're just going to end the episode here. I'm going to save the game in this little sand vision. Who knows how much further the other vision is, but I'm just going to save it right here and end the episode.
I'll start the story from here next
I hope
time.
you enjoyed. I got a brand new sword, and that was all worth it. All the parkour puzzles, all of it, messing up the sand. Yeah, so until next time, me and the Prince will see you guys all later. Bye. I think I hear zombies. Sensed. Run, sprint, come on. I'm trying to sprint, and this guy is just like on my tail. Oh, okay. Okay, we don't need a we don't need a pig. We don't need a pig. We don't need a pig.